Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing? Back with my coffee. I decided that since we didn't do self-care Sunday this week, I wanted to just like pop in, do a little get ready with me situation, just so I can talk to you guys, just kind of hang out with you guys. So it'll be, you know, self-care Sunday feel, just without deep conditioner, you know? Hi. Hi. Y'all can't see her reaching out for me. She's reaching out for me. I love you. She's so darn pretty. But anyway, let's go ahead and get straight into it. If you're interested in just kind of hanging out with me, talking about life and doing a little bit of makeup, just go ahead, grab your brushes, grab your palettes, grab your foundation, and let's get it popping. I just used the apple butter lip mask from Nubian. I got this from TJ Maxx. It came in a set with a lip oil, which is also really nice, and I really like it. Like, I really like it. So definitely a recent favorite. So I know y'all were like, Bree, what's going on? What's good? Why'd you take a break? There were a lot of different reasons as to why. Firstly, I haven't really been feeling like myself. I don't know if I'm having flare-ups or what, but just body-wise, I haven't been feeling like me. And so I knew that at some point, like, I was going to have to kind of chill and take a break, because just from a physical standpoint, I just wasn't feeling right. And I was like going to work and I was like super tired and just kind of out of it, and I was having points where I was in pain, but that's just like a whole another story, right? I'd already been pretty frustrated with that, just, you know, normal endo problems really, but YouTube really just got frustrating for a minute, and I really just decided that, you know, if anything, I was going to take it as a blessing in disguise, because I really needed to give myself a break. That week, I decided to do a tutorial. You guys have been asking a lot for tutorials, and I decided to finally go ahead and like get it together and do one. I was super proud of that video, like the editing in that video, just the whole vibe of that video was exactly what I wanted it to be, from the lighting to the finished product of the makeup, my hair, like everything just made me so happy. And so I was really excited to post that. And the thing is, like, when I post content that's outside of the realm of what I usually do, I know it's not going to get as many views. I don't expect it to get as many views, because that's not what y'all usually come to me for. But it's something that you guys have been asking me to really implement for a while. And so I believe it was the title of the video, because I was going to start a hashtag for my makeup videos and basically like make it kind of a series situation, because for some reason people tend to gravitate toward that. I don't really know why, but when something like comes in like a series of things, people seem to really like it. And at this point now, I'm like 100% positive that that video got shadow banned. And the thing is, like, it's one thing if people just don't watch the video, right? Like, that's one thing. But the thing about getting shadow banned is that it's not just people not watching your video, it's YouTube basically blocking people from seeing your video on the low. And I didn't even really notice it was happening. Like, I knew the views were like straight shit. Worse than what they usually are for a video like that. And so I didn't even notice it until I was trying to make community posts about the video, and it wasn't coming up in people's feeds. You guys probably don't know that over like within 3 days of that, I had tried to make like 3 different community posts. I think only one was seen at all. But I had several of you guys contact me and you were like, hey, are you okay? You haven't posted this week. And I'm like, yeah, I did. And they're like, I can't see your video. I can't see your community feed. Like, basically anything in relation to that video. There were quite a few of you who couldn't see the video. And I'm like, okay, like it's sitting here, it's uploaded, like I'm not missing anything. And then that was when it kind of clicked to me that the video had likely been shadow banned. And I did change the title of it. And it did help push it out a little bit more, but like what's done is done, you know, like it's not, what's done is done with that video, and I kind of had to move on from that. And it just sucks because it's hard because you want to be able to be creative on the platform that you use the most, and unfortunately YouTube often stifles our creativity. And even though the title of that video was not inappropriate at all, you know, it just is what it is. I think that I'm going to kind of revamp that tutorial and post it on Instagram so that more of you guys can see it, because I know a lot of you guys follow me on Instagram now. Hey to my new Insta followers. So I'll probably do that there. I'm trying to decide if I just want to make makeup exclusive to Instagram. And I say that because as many of you guys ask for makeup, y'all don't watch it. And so I may need to take that to a platform where it will be more well received. So, but we'll see. Like, I'm gonna keep doing a couple more makeup related things on the channel, see what sticks, see what doesn't, and then if it seems like it's kind of becoming a waste of my time, then I'm going to not post them here. But yeah, so that happened, and that was frustrating. And then within all of that happening, all of a sudden, all of my comments on at least half of my videos were getting dropped. And like literally, like you would click on the video and there would be no comments, like absolutely no comments. The thing for me with that is that y'all know I'm not really someone who deletes a lot of comments. I like to have comments there, like unless they're super disrespectful, you know. Comments aren't really an issue for me. I like to be able to go back and like see you guys' feedback and things like that, but this was like old ass videos and super recent videos that people are like still really clicking on. And I'm like, what kind of impression does it leave to have a video with 10,000 views and 1 comment? And so I'm going back through. I find all of the comments like are being in my like held in my spam, and I'm trying to put all the comments back, and the more comments that I put back, the more got deleted. And I was just over it. I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I was like, I don't have the time. Honestly, I really didn't have the patience. It was just a lot. But apparently this was happening to a lot of people, and it was the last straw for me. Like I was too tired. I was too wrecked physically. And I'm just like, okay, the more I try to fix it, like the more, like the worse it gets. And I was just like, yeah, forget this. So I just decided to go ahead and take a break, because at that point, like I've always, when I got into this, I kind of decided like if things really did do well for a channel, then I would not allow the channel to overconsume me, you know? Oh Lord. This looks horrible. Let me go, I'm gonna go wipe this off. One second. I decided to just use the time to really just rest and kind of regroup, do some brainstorming, and just kind of self-check, you know, because I think it's good to periodically do a self-check and make sure that you are good. It's easy to tell yourself that like, oh no, I'm good, but eventually it's like you hit a wall and you're just like, damn, I'm not really good, you know? I've been really busy at work. Like, I've just been kind of dead. So, it was the perfect time to step back and take a break and just think, reflect, just have room to breathe, to not have to respond to comments, to just not have to do the things that I have made priority, you know? Sometimes you gotta have a moment to step back from the things that you've made a priority. And that is what I like about YouTube, because it's like I can't do that at my real job, but not that YouTube isn't my real job. Like, I feel like at this point, like, YouTube is a job. Like, I'm getting paid, and so therefore YouTube is a job. But for the job that puts the most money on the table, you know, I can't do that, but I can do that here. And you guys are super understanding about those things, so. So I've been taking this time to really like work on my driving. I'm hoping to be able to go take my test soon, so that'll be done. And I also started reading again. I used to read like all the time, like a total bookworm. I mean, y'all can see behind me, like that shelf is like nothing but books. It looks like that for a reason. But really, since I graduated, like, I haven't read a lot. And I think because in between, like, my actual, like, classes that I had to take for my degree, I took a lot of things that were more so, like, literature-based, stuff like that. And it was a lot of reading that I didn't select. And so I kind of got out of reading for fun because I was reading for the purpose of my education, you know? And so I went to Barnes & Noble the other day and got a couple of books. I've been wanting to start The Handmaid's Tale for a minute. So I'm reading that right now and I'm really enjoying it. It's one of those books, by the way, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. It's one of those books where I feel like you would not appreciate it if you're not an adult, you know? Or especially if you're someone that just hasn't read a lot of literature. Like, the writing style, I can see someone getting very annoyed by it, you know? But I'm really enjoying it right now. I'm the type of person, like, if there's a show or a movie and it was a book first, I'm always going to go read the book first because the book always has the most substance. Movies never have everything in it, you know? So I haven't watched the show. And I don't know, like, part of me, I don't know if I'm going to watch the show. Just because sometimes it is nice to kind of live in that image that you created in your mind, you know? And oftentimes the image that you get in a movie or a TV show doesn't really match up with what you've envisioned, you know? Like, me and my mom were talking about, I was really into the Artemis Fowl series when I was younger, like around like 5th grade. And my mom was saying how she never pictured Artemis with dark hair. And then, of course, if you follow the series, then you know that they're coming out with a movie finally, and the little boy has dark hair. And I told my mom, I was like, that's funny because I always envisioned him with dark hair. Like, in my mind, Artemis looked like a little punk rock kid that didn't get enough sun, you know? That was always what Artemis looked like in my mind, you know? Like, with really dark hair and slightly sunken in eyes, you know? So I have been picking up on my reading. So I got that. I also got another book by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. And I haven't started it yet, but I am really excited to start that book because I love her. She's great. I can't really say that I identify as feminist because I'm too educated and I've seen too many things to really feel like I can identify with modern day feminism, but I do still love her. I know she considers herself a feminist. I think all of that is up to interpretation, you know? I think the last thing I read, just for my own pure enjoyment, was Gabrielle Union's book, I'm pretty sure. Because my friend picked that up for me. That, and I think he got me Tiffany Haddish's book, and I read that too. But those are like the last couple of things that I've read just on my own. I have some James Patterson books that I need to work on too. I'm into the Women's Murder Club series. I don't know if any of you guys have read that, but that's a really good like series if you like mystery. I'm really into that series, and I'm like 2-3 books behind. So I need to catch back up on that too. My mom has them. I just haven't like actually gotten them from her and read them. For a while I was going to the library and, you know, checking stuff out, but I really like buying books. Like I love buying books and taking them home and adding them to my collection. And I'm the type of person, like, I will read a book more than once, you know? So for me, buying books is not like, it's an investment for me because, like I said, I'm that type of person that will totally read a book a couple of times over, sometimes several times over. It was so cute because one of you guys, I can't remember under what video it was, but you were like, is that the House of Night series behind you? And I was like, yep, every single one. I love that series, and I still love it now as an adult, and every now and then I will pick them up and read them from time to time because I love those books. I'm not a huge fan of PC Cast writing because she writes a lot of like really you know, like the sappy romance novels. I watch Lifetime. I can get that watching Lifetime, you know? So I'm not usually into her writing, but I love that series. That was a series that she wrote with, you know, in partnership with her daughter. And I loved it so much. So yeah, I have so many different things behind me. Like you can totally tell what kind of kid I was by looking at the books I have behind me. Like I have the full Twilight series there. I was like that kid who was like crazy about Twilight. House of Night. I think I have every single Harry Potter book over there. Series of Unfortunate Events. And I have like some other obscure things over there too. I'm happy to be like back reading for enjoyment again because for a good minute, like I just wasn't. But I'm sure like a lot of people who had to do like a hell of a ton of reading in college kind of understand where I come from. Like I think sometimes college will kind of turn you off to reading because you have to do so much reading for other purposes. Like you don't get to do reading for yourself. Keep it simple and just do a look with my Juvia's Place Warrior palette. I kind of want to get the Warrior too, even though Juvia's Place doesn't make my favorite formulas, but you know, it is what it is. I like her colors, so I make it work. I'm just going to go into Kano, and this is just going to be a one shadow deal. I do this a lot, like if I'm in a hurry or I just want the look of being put together without having to do a ton of stuff, you know? So I'll just run it through and eventually I'll just pack it on the lid. How have you guys been? That's the only thing. Like it's nice when I do self-care Sundays to be able to catch up with you guys, you know, give y'all some weekly encouragement because I know we all need it. I've been doing well. I think just in general, you know. It's so funny because I was telling my dad the other day, like I have a coworker that hates me. And it's honestly like the funny. It's funny to me. It's so funny because it's not like, I'm the type of person, like, it's one thing if I did something to you, you know, but I haven't done anything to her. Like, I messed up something at work, and now she's been trying to come for, like, my whole life, like, telling people about, like, me not driving, and this and that, and what does she think she's doing, and, you know, what's she gonna do if nobody can take her to work? And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, so does that mean you're offering? Like, are you offering? Because I get to work on time every day. So unless you're offering, like, it really isn't any of your business. But she's one of those people that has something horrible to say about everybody. Like, I can only think of maybe one person that I work with that she doesn't talk shit about. I don't know, it just got me thinking, because, like, I've experienced this, especially, like, in retail, too. And my mom and I were talking about this and how, like, I really just, as long as I am mentally sound, I do not want to become that bitter old Black lady who can't stand younger Black women. Like, I don't want to. People can think whatever they want to about my life, because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, I know the circumstances, and anything that somebody knows about me, they know because I made the choice to tell them. And so you only know as much as I'm willing to allow you to know. So don't think you're that special, boo, you know? But I was telling my mom, like, unfortunately, I've experienced a lot, like, the whole, like, the really just mean, unhelpful, like, trying to tear other younger Black women down, Black woman, you know? And it's just something that I just don't want to carry on. And I really just don't think that it's something that I'm going to have to worry about for myself, because I've always been the type of person that has gone out of her way to really inspire younger people. Like, I remember before I became more of a homebody, I would go to my mom's classrooms a lot, and she teaches a lot of young Black girls. And so I would make it a point every time I went to her school to wear my hair as big and just fluffalicious as I could because it melts your heart when, like, you walk into the room and you hear, like, this little girl going, oh my God, like, she wears her hair like I wear my hair, you know? Like, it's such an amazing feeling. And I feel like a lot of older Black women that I have encountered have that mindset of, I went through this, and therefore I'm going to make sure you go through it too, you know? Like, it's not, I went through this and I don't want anyone else to know what it feels like to go through it. It's, I went through this, so therefore you have to go through it too. Screw you, you know? And I've never been that person. It's like, it makes me think about, like, I had a professor in college who was a purity asshole, by the way. He was completely full of himself. He questionable human being. One of the only professors I've had at that college that I didn't like. But he refused to give out A's because he never got A's in college. So even if you did A-worthy work, he would not give you an A. He would give you the highest B possible. And he bragged about that shit. And it wasn't because his students were doing subpar work. It was because he felt like, oh, well, I never had it, so why should I give it to you? And I think that is just the most backwards ass shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm the type of person where when I see older Black women, I instantly gravitate towards them because I'm thinking, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like older Black women are either, like, super maternal or they're just, like, super judgmental, you know? And I'm like, I always gravitate to the older Black women in my workplace because I feel like this person has so much, you know, experience, you know? And I'm the type of person, like, I'm never afraid to really learn when it comes to my job. If I'm doing something wrong, tell me, show me. I'm not afraid to be wrong, you know? Sorry, y'all, my brother's home, so my dog is barking. But I swear, like, there are a lot of older Black women in the workplace that just want to see younger Black women fail. And it honestly is like, damn. Like, I can't even put full words to it. It's just like, damn. Like, we really gonna go out like that. But I'm also that type of person where I feel like if you don't like me, then that's none of my business. So stop trying to make it my business. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, I genuinely don't care whether people like me or not. There's always going to be someone in the world that doesn't like you. And to be honest, like, I'm kind of used to being someone that's not liked. Not because I'm someone that is hard to get along with. And I definitely genuinely, like, I have a pretty positive attitude. But I have resting bitch face. I'm that person that I walk into a room and I don't gravitate toward people. I observe first, you know? And people aren't usually big fans of that. They're just like, oh, she must be uptight. She must be bougie. When I started high school, I didn't like Black people. And then eventually they were like, okay, yeah, that was some dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm used to people not liking me, but like, I don't need to know that you don't like me. And my other coworkers don't need to know that you don't like me. Just don't like me. Just mind your business and don't like me, you know? But yeah, she like hates me, and it's really funny. Like, she walked by me and my coworker today, and she like looked around and went, and I'm just like, like, it's to the point where like it's funny, like it's comical. Because I literally have done nothing to this woman. Like, nothing to this woman. And apparently, like, she's really mad because my coworker, like, she was trying to talk shit about me to my coworker. And my coworker was like, okay, hold the hell up. You ain't gonna talk about my girl. Like, you're not gonna come for her like that. I like her. That's my friend. Like, you need to stop talking shit about people. And she did not like that. But, you know, everyone has their day. And that was her day because my coworker was not having it. Have you guys experienced that a lot? Like, me and a lot of my friends have talked about that, how we have like experienced that a lot in the workplace. And it's just disheartening because I feel like if anyone should be lifting us up, it should be like us. I don't know, like I can't, like I ain't trying to get older yet. Like, you know, I'm aging every day. I'm trying to, you know, get older yet, but I know that when I am older, it's gonna be so cool to see a little, like a younger, like 25-year-old me, you know? Like, I think it's just gonna be really, really cool. So, yeah, I've been dealing with that. And really the way I've been dealing with that is to just go about my life the way I always go about my life, you know? Minding my own damn business and keeping it pushing. You want to know what I've really been watching on YouTube? There's the cutest little dachshund named Lulu somewhere in France. And she has a YouTube channel, and oh my god, she had puppies, and y'all, want your blood pressure to go down? Go watch Lulu and her puppies. I promise. It will work. Like, I have been just obsessed with watching Lulu and her puppies. Because, yeah, if you guys don't know, like, I have a dachshund, and to own a dachshund is to understand how odd they are. They're very odd dogs. Very strange dogs. And Copper does a lot of strange things, but it's funny because, like, I'll be watching Lulu and her babies, and I'm just like, that has to be a dachshund thing, because Copper be doing that crazy shit too, bro. Like, he's a crazy little dog. And like, I think it's just dachshund character. Like, they're all just crazy little dogs. So that has been keeping me like my heart has been full watching Lulu and her babies. I think I'm gonna use my Anastasia glow kit. This is the sun dipped one. I've had this like since it released. It's probably technically expired. Yeah, but I don't care. Oh, and then all this coronavirus shit. Oh my God, y'all. Like, this stuff is crazy. I have personal opinions on that, but I mean, you know, talk about getting shadow banned. Yeah, I'm just not even gonna go there. But I do have very pointed opinions on that, but I'm not gonna. I'll just put it this way. When you're in the environmental thing like I am, there's a whole lot of opinions that you can put out there that could like really get you hurt. So keep that to myself. Everybody suddenly is rediscovering how to wash their hands. Like, I'm really confused. I'm just like, so what have y'all been doing? I mean, I've been working retail for a good minute now, so I know y'all don't wash your hands. Like, I know these folks don't wash their hands. Nasty. So it's no surprise to me, but I'm at the same time, like, if things do get really bad, it may put me in the position of having to leave my job because I have a dad who's immunocompromised and he can't afford to be sick. So stopped to grab some of my Fenty glosses because I wanted to use those. I think I'm gonna use Hot Chocolate because I love this color. It just has like the prettiest, like, y'all see that? Y'all see that shift? Y'all see that? I love this color. They actually made this in full size, and I got a full size one for my mom because I felt like she needed some Fenty in her life, and she loves it. So, gonna go in with Kat Von D Crucifix. Some Lancome Monsieur Big. I love this mascara. This mascara is so good. Definitely my top. I have a trial size of the Fenty, and I'm actually not a big fan of it. The brush is weird. And so depending on how you hold it, it's like you don't get anything on your lashes. So Monsieur Big is a go for me. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. A little simple eye, you know, and a nice little nude lip. Definitely I highly suggest this combo with KVD Crucifix, MAC Naturally Transformed, and the Fenty Gloss Bomb and Hot Chocolate. Like, this is beautiful. I love this combo. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to come in and just talk to you guys, just talk about life and the things that are going on, where I've been, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's not me like letting anything get me down. It's just, you gotta know your limits, you know? If you're new here, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you have been here rocking with me for a hot minute, you know, I love you. Sending you guys tons of love and positivity and encouragement. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.